Today was not just April Fool's Day, it was also National Census Day. The government's pushing everyone to get those census forms mailed back so they can begin the massive task of counting every American. SNN Local News 6 reporter Grant Boxleitner took to the streets to find out who has filled out their forms.
For the 52% of Floridians who haven't filled out their Census 2010 questionnaire, National Census Day is your reminder to get your form in the mail. Eva Pachuit says she's already done her civic duty.
I want to be counted. I want to make sure that we have the right number in our state legislature, and I want to make sure we get the taxes and all the money that we need in my state.
Mandated by the Constitution, the census helps the government dole out about $400 billion to communities for things like schools, hospitals, bridges, and senior centers. And Sarasota Vice Mayor Kelly Kirshner, part of the countywide Complete Count Committee, says that's just the beginning.
Both state and federal dollars that are allocated to communities for such things as social services, sales tax distribution is probably the biggest one that really affects our infrastructure.
We didn't get it in the mail yet.
Dan Fago is one of a handful of people yet to receive the form in the mail. The federal government says they all should be mailed by April 10th. Ohio resident Brooke Wise says she's been here for 5 weeks visiting and is expecting to see her form in a pile of mail when she gets back home.
I think just to get an overall feel for what, the way people are living their lives and what's going on in everyone's lives.
Census workers in Sarasota say right now they're going to transitory locations looking to get an accurate count. Places like RV parks, marinas, and homeless shelters. If you don't mail your form in, you may soon get a knock on your door from a census worker paid to make sure every person is counted. And Kirshner says since the forms will not be seen by any outside party such as immigration, there should be no reluctance in completing them.
There's nothing in there that they're asking that should concern people. Particularly for our minority communities, they've historically been undercounted not only in Sarasota but throughout the country.
Reporting in Sarasota County, Grant Boxleitner, SNN Local News 6.
Area census workers say they'll be hitting the streets by May 1st if you haven't filled out your form. The federal government says it will save $57 for every house it does not have to visit.